just like I say, it's a real privilege being here today to help launch this amazing book, 50 Years in Football, for Kevin. I remember my time at Essendon. I spent 6 wonderful years there, and to be coached by a great man in Kevin Sheedy, who I have to say has had a really big impact on my life. I owe a lot to Kevin for my career, because we all know how, well, if you don't know, Kevin's a very, very caring person. He absolutely loves and cherishes his players. He's that caring, he'll do anything for you. So it's not all about football, it's about how you're going at home. Is everything okay? He had a deep and honest and sincere care for you as an individual. So that hit deep from the moment you met Sheeds. And that was really important for me. But to go even further than that, how can a coach look after his players on the football field when they're going into battle? He can't really do much. He could take them off, put them on the bench, you're safe there, but the player wouldn't really like that, would he? Because he wants to be out there in the action. And it was back in 1992, my second year with the Bombers, and I was spending a bit of time on the forward line. I was only 18 and a half years of age, and I was copying a bit of this and a bit of that from some of the more stronger, developed defenders in the game. And Sheeds, getting back to this caring nature again, thought, I've got to look after this young fellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the message out with the runner, and I'm going to go and get him to play in defence. And so the message came out, and the runner said, Gav, right, you're going to go to the back pocket. In the story, people say, I said, where's that? But so the runner had to tell me where to go. So he said, go and play on so-and-so. Just find him and play on him, and let him take you to the football, but beat him to it, and then just run it back our way. Okay, I can do that. So that just showed the care of the great man, how he can look after his players on the footy field, and that took a lot of pressure off of me, being banged up every week. And it's probably fair to say, Sheeds, that little move, I went on to play 300 AFL games, did this and that, AFL Hall of Fame, Brownlow, and all these things. I probably have to thank you for all that, mate, because if you didn't make that move, that might not have come about. So thank you, Sheeds. I have a confession to make as well. Just in saying how caring Sheeds was, I've got a confession to make. I think I was the teacher's pet of the team. I'd always get ribbings from the boys. Where's Gav? He should be here at training. And because I'm South Australian and I love going back home spearfishing, and you'll see some of that reading in the book. I just love it. And that, by the way, Sheedy, I think that's one of the reasons why I had to get back home to Australia. I had to go spearfishing back home on country, so that's probably the reason why I had to jump on a plane all the way from Vegas or wherever it was to get back home. So yeah, the boys used to get into me. I used to get a little bit extra time off here and there and get off a few training sessions here and there. So yeah, I must say, and probably Sheedy could vouch for that, I probably was one of the teacher's pets, so I'm very proud of that. But what more can I say about this great man, the contribution that he's made, not only to this game of football, which I'll talk about in a sec, but just to the people's lives who he's touched over the years. That's something you can't measure. And I got a friend in Adelaide, and I said, I'm coming over to co-launch the Kevin Sheedy's 50 Years in Football book, and he goes, oh my God, I love Kevin Sheedy, can you please get him to sign this for me? So he touches people's lives everywhere he goes, and not only in person. So he's just been a great ambassador for our game, and especially from where I come from. I grew up in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. I grew up in an Aboriginal suburban Aboriginal community, if that makes sense. So, and the amount of Indigenous players that went through the Essendon Footy Club during Sheeds' time was second to none. And he's been a trailblazer in that area to give young Indigenous boys an opportunity to showcase their skills. And he's definitely led the way there, and I thank him for that. And I know the relationship that he has with Longy and a lot of other Indigenous boys over the years. But to come up with a game such as the Indigenous round, he's just an inventor. And Anzac Day, the list goes on. We can stand up here and talk forever about the great things he's done for AFL footy, but Indigenous Round alone has gone a long way towards making an impact on racism, cultural awareness, but not only for the Indigenous people, it's all races, it's about equality, and Sheedy has been a trailblazer in that area, which I'm very thankful for. So Sheedy, I just want to say congratulations on this book, and you're the most positive person I've ever met. I remember from when we had a few losses over the years, you'd always pick positives. You always pick positives in losses, and I think that's something that I've learned from you over the years. The skill of being able to stay positive or look for the positives, and if you're a positive person in life, I think you'll go a long way. So congratulations, Sheeds, and it's great to be here. Thank you.